Okay, next is SUMIF. SUMIF would sum all those values if a particular condition is met. So for example, I want to check the sum of investment value, that how much have I invested in a particular stock, on a particular type of stocks. So what I do is that I will use SUMIF. So for example, if I want to check that how much is my investment in those stocks which gave me greater than 10% return. So I will use SUMIF, and formula would be that I take this range, this is range, and in this range I have given the criteria of greater than 10%, that only select those for which return is greater than 10%. So this is my criteria for this range, and then I give some range, that what does actually need to be added. So this is the investment value for which I need the sum. So what it will do is it will match greater than 10% with these, and if any of these is greater than 10%, it will pick up its investment value. So for example, it will pick up investment value of Walmart, investment value of Colgate, and investment value of Procter & Gamble, and it will sum them up. So it will tell me that I have invested about 1 million in those stocks which have given greater than 10% return. Now if I want to use another criteria, that I tell it that give me those stocks which have given greater than 10% return, but also in which I have an investment of greater than 200,000. So for that I will use SUMIFs. So in SUMIFs, I start with some range, that what do I actually need to add. So this is the column in which I have the values and which I actually need to add. So this means it will add up these values with a particular criteria. What is the criteria? Now criteria range 1, first criteria is related to this range, that return should be greater than 10%. What is the second criteria? Second criteria is related to, this is first criteria. What is second? Second criteria is related to this range, that investment value should be greater than 200,000. So if both these criteria are met, it will pick up the value, add them up, and give you the answer. So it will only pick up those values in which both the criteria are met. So for example, it will first pick up these three values, and from these three values it will then pick up only two values, because first one does not meet the criteria of greater than 200,000. So it will only pick up those in which all the criteria are met. It will give you 800,000, which is 500 plus 3.